Caitlin Clark's ESPN interview exposes WNBA jealousy.
There was actually a report that came out today that says that the 2026 season will be Kathy's last season. Alexa Philippou said conversations with more than 20 stakeholders in and around the WNBA offer a general belief that for as much business growth as Cathy Engelbert has overseen, she's not the right person to navigate the demands of the league currently faces.
Caitlin Clark's power explodes as WNBA leadership falls. Caitlin Clark did not ask to become the most powerful player in the WNBA. But every sold-out arena, every ratings spike, and every controversy has pushed her closer to that position.
Caitlin Clark, on a vote by WNBA players, was voted the 11th best guard in the sport. At this point, I think it's funny. Fans ranked her second, media ranked her third, WNBA players voted her as the 11th best guard. Indiana's scoring 94 a game. It's the highest in 16 years. She's the number one shooter, distributor, play initiator, playmaker. She's 11. She's fourth in the league in scoring, second in assists, and she's the 11th best guard. I mean, the animosity toward Caitlin Clark, it's so petty.
Now, as serious questions grow around WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert's future, the people who tried to minimize Clark's influence may be forced to watch the entire league move toward her. Because this is no longer just about basketball. It is about who becomes the face of the WNBA. And whether certain players, presenters, and executives like it or not, the audience may have already made that decision. The latest controversy began when WNBA presenters discussed the league's growth, attention, and future momentum without mentioning Caitlin Clark. Not once.
Player that's most likely to launch a successful company is who?
Ooh. Honestly, I'm going to say Paige Beckers. She knows what to say. She's genuine. If she put her mind to wanting to start a business and a brand, she'd nail it.
Nneka Ogwumike. She's already been able to handle every business aspect of the league. So Nneka.
They praised other players and talked about the future of the league. But somehow, the player attracting one of the biggest audiences in women's basketball disappeared from the conversation. Then fans noticed something else. A commemorative poster celebrating the WNBA reportedly included newer stars such as Paige Beckers and Angel Reese. But Caitlin Clark was missing. One omission could be an accident.
The WNBA, they just keep driving into a wall at full speed with Caitlin Clark. They now have a commemorative poster of 30 years of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's not on it. And it's not just like an ode to the veterans that started the league. Paige Beckers and Angel Reese are on it. And Caitlin Clark's not. When she broke into the league, you moved her road games to bigger arenas to accommodate the fans, and she's not on the 30-year poster. I mean, recently there were TV games. Hers got double the rating of A'ja Wilson, the best player in the league, the 3-time champ and the 4-time MVP. Double the rating. This is a paranoid, weird, insular league.
But when the league's biggest audience draw repeatedly disappears from discussions about growth, people start wondering whether it is a deliberate choice. This is the same player whose road games have been moved into larger arenas to handle demand. The same player whose highlights dominate YouTube, social media, sports radio, and television. The same player bringing casual fans into the WNBA for the first time. Sponsors understand it. Broadcasters understand it. Ticket sellers definitely understand it. But parts of the WNBA still appear uncomfortable saying it publicly. Caitlin Clark is already functioning as the face of the league. That does not mean she is the only great player. It does not erase the championships, MVP awards, and years of work from the stars who built the WNBA before she arrived. But being the face of a league has never meant being the only talented athlete. It means being the person casual viewers recognize, the person sponsors want, the person television networks believe can hold an audience. And right now, Caitlin Clark moves attention at a level the WNBA cannot afford to ignore. The story becomes even bigger when you connect Clark's growing influence to the leadership crisis surrounding Cathy Engelbert. The supplied material discusses reporting that the 2026 season could be Engelbert's final year as commissioner.
There was actually a report that came out today that says that the 2026 season will be Kathy's last season. Alexa Philippou said conversations with more than 20 stakeholders in and around the WNBA offer a general belief that for as much business growth as Kathy Engelbert has overseen, she's not the right person to navigate the demands of the league currently faces and what its stakeholders now need. I do think Kathy thinks, well, she's done her job, she's got us financially set up in the right way. It's the other pieces that we're talking about. Jeff Hunt, who is a specialist in crisis and reputation management, who has previously worked with the MLB, ATP, WTA, the PGA Tour, he said the hole has just gotten so deep. She's in a place now where I don't really know what she does.
That has not been confirmed as an official firing caused by Caitlin Clark. Clark did not personally remove Engelbert, but her name continues appearing in discussions about Engelbert's leadership. And that tells you how important this situation has become. The reporting referenced conversations with more than 20 people connected to the WNBA. The general belief was that Engelbert had helped oversee major business growth, but might not be the right leader for the problems the league now faces. Critics also questioned whether she had built enough trust with players, and some reportedly found it strange that she had not developed a stronger relationship with Caitlin Clark. That could become one of the defining issues of Engelbert's time as commissioner. The WNBA finally received a superstar capable of pulling millions of new eyes toward the league. But instead of fully embracing that opportunity, the league often appeared divided over how much credit Clark deserved. Engelbert has defended her record. She said she felt fortunate to lead the WNBA during a period of hypergrowth. She credited the players for the product they were delivering. She said the league's strategy was working. And she spoke about listening to players and improving communication. The league has grown. Media attention has expanded. Franchise values have increased. And the WNBA is entering a much bigger business era. But leadership is not judged only by revenue. It is also judged by relationships, communication, and how quickly a leader responds when the league's biggest stories become crises. That is where critics believe Engelbert has struggled. The source also discusses a planned interview that reportedly did not happen after the host waited for 2 hours. That moment became another symbol of a commissioner who critics believe avoided difficult public questions when the league needed direct answers. And while the pressure around Engelbert increased, Caitlin Clark's power kept growing. Clark's influence is built around three things every professional league needs: viewers, ticket buyers, and sponsors. The business equation is simple. Sponsors chase attention, broadcasters chase ratings, teams chase ticket demand, and Caitlin Clark brings all three. That reality may frustrate some established players, and on a human level, parts of that frustration are understandable. There are WNBA veterans who spent years building successful careers with far less attention. There are champions and MVP who helped keep the league moving when national coverage was much smaller. Their achievements deserve respect, but respecting those players does not require pretending Caitlin Clark's impact is ordinary. It is possible to appreciate what the veterans built while recognizing that Clark has changed the size of the audience. The smartest WNBA strategy would use Caitlin as the front door. New fans may arrive because of Clark, but once they enter, the league can introduce them to Aja Wilson, Paige Beckers, Angel Reese, Nafisa Collier, and every other major star. That is how one superstar helps everybody. Instead, the WNBA often appears trapped in an argument about whether Clark deserves the attention she is already receiving. And Caitlin herself sounds tired of it. She has spoken about false characterizations of her personality. She said people are entitled to opinions, but they should not make accusations about her character when they have never spoken to her or taken the time to know her. Clark is constantly discussed as a business phenomenon, a political symbol, and a cultural argument. But the basketball player sometimes disappears. When she reacts emotionally, she is called entitled. When she stays quiet, critics demand more leadership. When she produces a historic performance, the conversation shifts toward hype and attention. When she struggles, people question whether she ever deserved the spotlight. There is no answer that satisfies everyone. But the strongest defense of Caitlin Clark is not that she should never be criticized. She should be judged for what she actually says and does, not for a fictional version created to keep the controversy alive. And every new controversy only makes her more powerful. Every debate puts her name back in the center of the WNBA. Every attempt to minimize her impact leads fans to compare ratings, ticket sales, highlights, and audience demand. The people trying to prove she is not important may actually be proving the opposite. Now imagine what happens if new leadership enters the WNBA. A new commissioner would inherit a league focused on expansion, higher salaries, stronger media deals, larger sponsorships, and keeping casual fans interested. That leader would need growth. And the biggest built-in growth engine is already standing on the court in Indiana. The next commissioner could place Clark at the center of more marketing campaigns. Broadcasters could build more major games around her. Sponsors could push for her to appear in league-wide promotions. And the WNBA could finally stop treating her popularity like an uncomfortable problem. This does not mean Caitlin Clark controls the league. And it does not mean other players should disappear. It means the WNBA may finally accept how professional sports works. Leagues do not get to choose who becomes their biggest attraction. The audience chooses. One ticket at a time, one television broadcast at a time, one viral highlight at a time. Front offices can choose the posters. Commentators can choose the talking points, but they cannot force millions of people to care about somebody else. Caitlin Clark did not fire Kathy Engelbert, but her rise may have exposed why the WNBA needs a different type of leadership. The next commissioner will face a simple choice: keep fighting the league's biggest source of attention, or finally build around it. So should the WNBA officially make Caitlin Clark the face of the league? Or would placing one player at the center create even more division? Comment C for Caitlin and tell me what the new WNBA leadership should change first.
These for you. Yes. And these for me. Hey. And I'm wearing these tonight.
I'm putting mine on right now.
I made a call to the president. And y'all see what happened.
Thank you. Oh, give me a hug, girlie.
We love you.
I think we're all the same size.
Hell yeah. We love the president. We love the president.
You're the second player to ever play them after this other young girl. But yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And I'm about to wear these right now too.
All-Star Weekend was supposed to belong to the entire WNBA. The league's biggest stars were in one building. Every player had a chance to create a moment. But then Caitlin Clark arrived. And in three completely different ways, the attention kept moving back to her. First, one simple introduction caused the building to erupt.
A record-setting scorer and one of the game's premier facilitators makes her third All-Star appearance from the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark!
Then Clark surprised stud buds with exclusive pairs of her unreleased Caitlin ones and accidentally created the funniest moment of the weekend.
I gotta get you guys right.
That's love, bro. You gonna sign them after the game?
You want me to?
I do.
Just don't sell them on eBay.
No, hell, come on, girl. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. Probably like a couple M's though.
But the third moment was even bigger because her Nike shoe reveal became one of the main stories of All-Star Weekend. Clark did not need one massive game to take over the event. She took over the arena, the internet, and the sneaker conversation.
Chat, Caitlin debuted her purple colorway of the Caitlin ones, bro. And the purple one, in my opinion, is harder than that yellow and blue one I did the video about. Bro, y'all cannot tell me that purple colorway isn't crazy. And I feel like these Caitlin ones gonna go crazy when they start hooping in them, bro. Like, these gonna do numbers on for the women and the men. Like, honestly, look at that triple C on the tongue. Hard. And then, did you peep the triple check? And look at this. It got the blue, the white, the red. The USA look to it. Caitlin Clark. And you just came out today, you are on the cover of the 2K27 Deluxe Edition.
And once you see how all three moments connected, it becomes clear why the Caitlin Clark effect is no longer limited to basketball.
That girl, Caitlin Clark, is on to something. Now, when I say this woman is on to something, I mean she's really close to it. Really close to it. She could sniff it. She could smell it. She could even push that button. But instead, she's like right next to it. And I'm talking about with her hoop shoes. These bad boys right here are just kind of mid. They really are. But one thing is saving them. One thing in particular, and it's the goddamn gradients. The gradient colorways are gonna save this bad boy every single time. And the WNBA All-Star Weekend pair is nothing less than doing so. It's nothing less than great. It's nothing less than phenomenal. A gradient on this silhouette with these materials is a 97 out of 10.
The first moment happened before Clark even touched the ball. The announcer introduced her as a record-setting scorer, one of the game's premier facilitators, and a 3-time WNBA All-Star from the Indiana Fever. Then came the reaction. The crowd exploded. Not after a deep three, not after a game-winning shot, not after a controversial play. All Clark had to do was walk onto the floor. That may sound simple, but it revealed something important. At an event filled with the best players in the league, Clark's entrance still felt like a separate attraction. The fans knew exactly who they had been waiting for. The energy changed the second her name was called. And that is when the weekend's larger story began to take shape. Clark was not simply one star among many. Everywhere she went, people watched closer, recorded longer, and reacted louder. But the next viral moment showed a completely different side of her. This one did not happen during a game. It happened when Stud Bud saw the new Caitlyn ones and immediately asked the question everybody else was probably thinking. Where's mine?
Where's mine?
These for you. Yes. And these for me.
Hey.
And I'm wearing these tonight.
I'm putting mine on right now.
I made a call to the president. And y'all see what happened.
Thank you. Oh, give me a hug, girlie.
We love you.
I think we're all the same size.
Hell yeah. We love the president. We love the president.
You're the second player to ever play them after this other young girl. But yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And I'm about to wear these right now too.
Clark then revealed that she actually had shoes for them. The reaction was instant. They started screaming. They wanted to put the shoes on immediately. Then someone joked that they had made a call to the president. And the whole scene turned into chants of, "We love the president." And Clark just stood there laughing. The exchange felt completely natural. There was no formal presentation, no dramatic speech, no carefully staged commercial. Clark simply had extra sample pairs because they all happened to wear the same size, so she decided to look after them. That made the moment even better. These were not ordinary shoes sitting on a store shelf. They were exclusive samples of Clark's first true signature sneaker, and the people receiving them understood how rare that was.
What's your favorite feature of the Caitlyn one?
I think just one. Oh my gosh. I think the fact that the outside part is C's and the inside part is 2's, but you can only tell close up.
One of them asked Clark if she would sign the shoes after the game. Clark agreed, but immediately added one warning: just don't sell them on eBay. That line made everyone laugh, but it also hinted at the bigger story surrounding the shoes. Clark-related Nike releases have already created huge demand on resale websites. The Stud Buds moment worked because it showed several parts of Clark's personality at once. She was generous enough to give away rare samples. She was relaxed enough to laugh at the president joke. And she was self-aware enough to know that a signed pair could become extremely valuable. The biggest star at All-Star Weekend was joking about shoe sizes and eBay like she was handing gifts to friends. That is why the clip spread. It did not feel like a corporate launch. It felt like a real moment. Those shoes were about to become much more than a funny gift, because the third viral moment revealed the true size of Caitlyn Clark's influence. Nike had officially introduced the Caitlyn 1, Clark's first signature basketball shoe, along with an 18-piece apparel collection. The shoe was scheduled for an October 1st release at a retail price of $140. But during All-Star Weekend, Clark was already wearing and sharing personal samples. The colorways immediately became part of the conversation. Fans focused on the bright gradients, the double Nike swoosh, and the hidden CC detail worked into the design.
Nike just unveiled Caitlin Clark's debut signature shoe, and as promised, it does have some new tech. It's called Nike's Opticast Upper, and it's basically a bunch of little polyurethane nubs. Looks a lot like the Kobe 6, which makes a lot of sense considering Caitlin Clark's affinity for the Kobe line. It's also going to feature a Cushlon midsole with Zoom Turbo in the forefoot. Again, very similar to the Kobe 5 and 6 Protro. The Nike Caitlin 1 is going to drop on October 1st for $140. Let us know what you think about Caitlin Clark's long-awaited debut signature shoe.
Clark admitted that she kept looking down at her feet because it was difficult to believe she had her own signature sneaker with her initials on it. That reaction matters.
Yeah, I think even yesterday, like knowing that I was going to post that early in the morning, I didn't sleep very well because I was just so excited. And I went to bed late, obviously, because we played the night before. So kind of like a kid on Christmas. Like you get to show the world what you've been working on for a couple years. And I'm just really proud of the work that we did together. And for myself, obviously, it's been a long time coming. So just really thankful and grateful. And then obviously getting to play in them today, like I feel like I keep looking down at my shoes when I'm warming up. I'm sure I won't do that in the game. I'll just be like playing and in the flow, but it's obviously super cool. And I've never had so many people staring at my feet when I was warming up and or taking pictures of my feet, which is a little weird, but I'll let it slide in this scenario.
For Clark, this was not just another sponsorship obligation. She talked about growing up wearing simple Nike basketball shoes and remembering her first pair of pink Jordans. Back then, she was the young fan dreaming about the athletes whose names appeared on shoes. Now, children could walk into a gym wearing hers. Clark said she hoped young boys and girls would put the shoes on and feel inspired to dream about whatever they wanted to achieve, even if that dream had nothing to do with basketball. That gives the Caitlin 1 a story beyond its design. But emotion is only one part of this. The other part is demand. Previous Nike releases connected to Clark had already disappeared quickly. Her Kobe 5 Protro colorway reportedly sold out within minutes, with resale prices climbing far above retail. Another Clark-related Kobe release used a short lottery window and produced the same result. Fans missed out, then watched prices climb online almost immediately. So when Clark arrived at All-Star Weekend wearing her first true signature shoe, everyone understood what could happen next. Players were asking for pairs. Sneaker channels were breaking down every colorway. Fans were already talking about release day. And stud buds were treating the samples like they had received something priceless. That is how a shoe launch started competing with the basketball for attention. It was not because the WNBA lacked other stars. It was because Clark's influence was operating in 3 different worlds at once. Inside the arena, her introduction produced one of the weekend's biggest reactions. Behind the scenes, her personality created a funny and relatable viral clip. And in the business world, her first signature Nike shoe became an event before it was even available to the public. That is what made the weekend different. Clark did not steal the spotlight with one unbelievable performance. She did it simply by being present. The crowd followed her. The cameras followed her. The conversation followed her. And every time the weekend appeared ready to move on, another Caitlin Clark moment took over. The introduction showed her popularity. The president moment showed her personality. And the Caitlin 1 showed her commercial power. 3 moments, 3 completely different reasons to pay attention, and one player at the center of all of them. So which moment proved Caitlin Clark's influence the most? Comment 1 for the crowd reaction. Comment 2 for the president moment, or comment 3 for the Caitlin 1 takeover, because All-Star Weekend was meant to showcase the entire league. But somehow, Caitlin Clark still made it feel like her moment.